Hello guys and welcome in. Today we're going to be starting the second part of the Scribing Questline, The Wing of the Indrik. This was recorded live on Twitch. So let's go ahead and jump right into it.
I have no idea how I'm going to explain this to the head of my order. This will be a long and entertaining conversation. In the meantime, you have a feathered scholar to speak with.
This is true. I do. What are you hoping to get from the Mages Guild?
You passed some of my trusted associates when we entered Sunamir. I want them tasked to investigate and catalog what we find. In the meantime, you're our resident expert on scribing. You need to learn everything you can.
Okay, there seems to be a good deal still to discover.
You couldn't be more right. What are the luminaries? How do they relate to this lost art of scribing? We have more questions than answers. Luckily, we also have you. Give the crow my regards, traveler.
I'll speak with the crow. Good luck, Nalia.
I'm a touch nervous to bring this to the Votary Commander and Archmage Galarian. This is going to come as quite a surprise. And those two hate surprises. I'll be fine. Probably.
I love the probably. Before you go, can I ask you a few questions?
Of course. We really jumped into the boggy end of the swamp together, didn't we? Answering a few questions is the least I can do for the world's foremost expert on scribing.
Okay, she's really hamming that up. Who are the associates you want to bring back?
My plan is to bring in Ernard, who opened the portal for you, as well as Laren and Julian. You passed them back in Sunamir. And Chronicler Ferandil. He'll be invaluable here and can keep the other three in line.
Why that group?
Votary Laren and I have gotten each other out of more scrapes than I can count. Julian is sour as a plum, but she's one of the smartest people I know. And Ernard doesn't look like much, but he cuts through guild politics like a spell-forged blade.
And Chronicler Ferandil?
Ferandil is... well, he's not much fun at parties. But put him in front of a stack of moldy old tomes and he'll have them organized, cataloged, and analyzed faster than you can say Eye of Magnus 3 times fast.
Alright, sounds like a reliable fellow. Well, finally, tell me more about yourself.
Oh, me? Not much to tell, really. I grew up in a guild family. My mother was an adept, and my father was a researcher back in Eldenroot. I started off sort of following in the family business, but most magic just kind of eludes me.
And that's why you became a knight in the Order of the Lamp?
Yeah. Swords always made more sense to me than spells. Portals and I get along great, something about how they come together, like a good riddle. But most magic and I just don't get along, much to my father's chagrin.
Yeah, you can't really force something that ain't gonna happen. Alright, well, we'll speak again when you return. Yeah, that last part we'd already heard before. Well, we did have a couple books in here that we wanted to investigate. So we have, Ufsid's Log. Your discovery, my farewell. I found the luminaries. Though I was not the first to do so. If you're reading this, then I take comfort in the fact that I will not be the last. May you find them as I found them, taking each step on that journey in your own measure. The shift in perspective needed to find them and earn their favor is as much a gift to you as the favor itself. Create magic, the likes of which the world has never seen before. Style your expressions of magic in exaltation or defiance of them. I am fond of each of them in their own way. But then, I suppose my heart has always bent for immortal beings, despite never wanting to be immortal myself. I learn from them as they learn from me, and I learn from myself. I still don't know what the luminaries are. I know what they might be, and if you haven't found my notes on that yet, I'm sure you will in due time. I wish I could hear your theories, whoever you are. I wish Shadlador had shared my fascination with the luminaries. I wish a lot of things. This is not a wish. I put these words to page with faith that someday someone will read them. Someone will find what I've lost. And they have. You're reading it now. So it's happened. Isn't it lovely that despite impertinence of people and parchment, these stories found some way to persist? All I did to leave behind a piece of myself. It wasn't for nothing. This is what I have to tell myself. Anyways, as I make my final preparations, say my final farewells, everything in this place, and it still feels like not enough. The rest of the pages of this journal have been torn out. Ooh. Okay. So let's see what the crow has to say.
I'm glad you've chosen to stay, Interloper. The path to master scribing is not an easy one, but its rewards are innumerable. Your knight appears to be leaving. Did I ruffle her feathers with my cause?
Aww. She thought, did I hurt her feelings? No, she's going to report into the Mages Guild and request some assistance here.
A guild of mages? Fascinating. Let's stay focused. Ulfsild prepared for the day that someone would follow in her footsteps. She left behind resources, notes, and information for her eventual inheritor.
She did seem to leave a lot of notes. And you want me to be this inheritor?
What I want is immaterial. The luminaries will dictate your future as a scriber of grimoires, an editor of spells. That said, I am Ulfsild's familiar. I can guide your early steps, get you flying in the right direction. Where you perch is up to you.
I like the bird symbolism. Very nice. Alright, well, where do I start?
Ulfsild left a number of echoes, instructional illusions, scattered throughout the library. Their aim is to guide you through the process of contacting the luminaries, making allies of them once again. There's one just behind you. See for yourself.
I'll see what Ulfsid had to say then.
The echo at the base of the altar is just one of many. Much of the Scalarium's knowledge has been lost to time. But if Magnus wills it, Ulfsild's preparations should be enough to see us through.
Well, I still have a lot of questions for you.
And I have questions for you. It's been so long since I've spoken to someone like this. I'll spare you my interrogation. I'll learn more about you as you follow the path of the luminaries. Follow Ulfsild's instructions.
Got it.
If you are seeing this, the Scroll has set you on the path to learn the art of scribing. A world of magic awaits you. I've left behind another sort of guide, the True Sight Lens. Seek it out in the East Wing. The lens and the fables are signposts to seek the luminaries, and they will teach you far more than I ever could.
Okay, wait, talk.
If you are seeing this, the Scroll has set you on the path.
I'm listening.
I've left behind another sort of guide. The True Sight. I wish my time as the Scholarium had ended differently. Nothing could stop my husband from making his mad bargain. But through you, the art of scribing will live on.
Ooh, okay, so that's an extra line. Cool. Oop, wrong way. Lens of the true sight. Ooh, wasn't that a dainty little thing?
I made this lens so you might see the world as I do. The very warp and weft of magic laid out before me. A look through the lens will allow you to see impressions left behind by the luminaries. Follow these signposts, and you will find their domains.
Okay. So, interesting.
I saw signs of this ancient magic from an early age, Certain fables seem to sing with the same magic. Only when I was grown did I revisit them. That was how I found the Indrik. And the Indrik is who I urge you to seek out first.
Ooh, okay. So off we go. Boink. Ah, hit the wrong thing. Burb, I found a thing.
Good. You found the lens. It will be your most important tool in tracing a path to the luminaries. Merely holding the lens will attune you to the flow of magic. You will begin to see focal points, impressions left behind by these mystical beings.
And how do I use these focal points?
It's quite simple. Stand in one and peer through the lens. Hidden magics in many forms will be revealed to you. Doors, glyphs, even secrets layered within tomes. But here, enough talk. Let's begin.
Okay, where do I start?
Gather your feathers about you. Nearby you will see a focal point and the fable of the Indrik. Read the book, then step into the focal point. Peer through the lens, and you'll see the tome in an all-new light.
Okay, I'll give it a try.
Ulfsild's secrets are all around us. You need only know where to look. Read the fable of the Indrik, then use the lens and re-examine the tome. You'll see what I mean.
Can you tell me more about this lens?
Ulfsild created the True Sight lens as she developed the art of scribing. From a young age, she could see magic in a way few others could. This intuitive understanding of magic was what led her to the luminaries and inspired scribing itself.
If she could see magic, then why did she need the lens?
Seeing and understanding are two different things, interloper. The lens was a tool, a high branch to give her a bird's eye view of impressions left behind by the luminaries.
Okay. And what do you mean she could see magic?
From a very young age, Archmage Ulfsild found she could see the current of magic as it flowed across Nirn. Faintly at times, more strongly in others. A rare and precious gift, one granted by Magnus himself, no doubt.
Cool. Alright, so we need to Fable of the Indrik. A hunter traveled through green waters to the break of dawn, seeking a worthy quarry. He came across the lady, stone still, with skirts pulled around her. Something huddled behind her, a creature of hooves and feather and bones of the earth. It barked and gave chase when he got too close. He chased it through the mud and brush and down into the earth by amber light of Kulanda in gleaming halls of moon-gray stone. The long-legged creature shed its even longer shadow, leaving it to do battle with the hunter. The two met again among the ruins of an isle, brought low from the weight of a once mighty tower. All that remained was a well of starlight. At its center, the creature did not run, but considered the hunter as he approached. "Why do you chase me?" asked the creature. "I sought a worthy quarry," answered the hunter. "I was feeble and new to this world," said the creature, "small and weak. I would lose my sharpness in waiting for you to grow, and you had sense enough to run," said the hunter. "What use would that gift be if none ever chased you?" "Drink of this well with me," said the creature. "We were both made stronger by your pursuit." The two foes bent their head and drank of the well of starlight. Rejuvenated, they raised their heads as friends and ran again, dashing over the river, splashing through the lady's skirts, stopping on a high overlook jutting out to the sea. What difference it made, thought the hunter as he stepped into the creature's glade, keeping stride with another rather than following in their wake. Ooh.
You will see what was unseen in the fable.
Oh, there we go. Annotated. Ooh, okay, so now it's a different story. Let's read back through it. A hunter traveled through the green waters to the break of dawn, seeking a worthy quarry. We're in Tamriel for certain. Green waters. Okay, so it's just annotated, but it's not more story. We're in Tamriel for certain. Greenwater Cove, Dawnbreak, must be Aradon. A Mundus stone? I know the one. On an island in a small pond south across the river from the little mining settlement. The beast must be an Indrik. Moon Grey suggests the ruins of Ondil. Alright, Birmim on the east coast. No tower, but there is an ancient well of power here. Consulted my map. This must not have been an island when the fable was written. Now it's home to a lighthouse on the southwest coast of Aradon. I hope the door is still there. Okay.
Excellent. Ulfsild's annotations will tell you where you need to go.
Yeah, it did.
You've seen the hidden annotations then, and you know where you are going?
It looks like Ulfsed's notes lead to Aradon.
You should be able to follow those annotations in sequence, leading you from location to location. Just like the hunter in the fable, you seek the Indrik now. Let Ulfsild be your guide.
Is there anything else I need to know?
As this is your first time, I will accompany you into the field. Not everything you need to know is on the page. I will teach you how to break the luminary wards and retrieve key fragments to enter the Indrik's domain.
Alright, I'll see you in Aradon then.
I'll meet you at the Lady's Standing Stone in Oradon. How nice it'll be to really stretch my wings again.
So, do all the luminaries have fables like this?
Indeed. Ulfsild gathered hundreds of tomes in her search for these tales. A small handful of her annotated volumes will be needed to find the luminaries. Beyond the Indrik, you will seek them out in whatever order you choose.
Why am I starting with the Indrik?
Ulfsild felt a kinship with him. He was the first of the luminaries to ally with the Archmage, and the first to commit his power to the altar. If any of these unorthodox beings are still loyal to Ulfsild, I felt he would be the one.
Okay. I'm not sure how the luminaries connect to scribing or the altar.
Tilt your head and think of the altar as the heart of the Scholarium. Without it, the library would simply be a graveyard of tomes. A lifeless shell filled with old knowledge and stories of the past. What makes that heart beat? What gives it life?
The luminaries of magic?
Yes. Before the doors were sealed, the Indrik, Netch, Dragon, and Griffin fed the altar their strength. Now the heart of the Scholarium struggles to beat, and without that beating heart, your mastery of scribing will stagnate.
Okay, and how do we know they'll be willing to share their strength with the altar again?
There's the trick. We don't. Ulfsild underwent trials to prove her worth, to gain their trust. But that was lifetimes ago. All we can hope to do now is find the luminaries and remind them of their promise to Ulfsild. The rest is up to you.
Alright. Alright, let's just go ahead and just port here.
Here we are, where the fabled chase began.
That's not the crow that we want to talk to. That's the wrong crow.
What a flight! I almost didn't want to land. But, to business. The luminaries are beings of great power. Each has a domain they have shaped to their choosing. Each domain has a door, and each door, of course, has a key.
Okay. Alright, so you said something... What's there about a key?
As I said in the library, let the fable be your guide. We are here at the Lady, the first annotated location in the fable. Just as you did back at the Scholarium, peer through the true sight lens within a focal point.
And what am I looking for?
Magic wards left behind by the Indrik. A trio of these wards hide a fragment of his key. Once revealed, these wards can be dispelled from a distance. Clear them all, and the key fragment will be revealed. Don't worry, I'll help you find it.
Okay, only a fragment of the key?
If the luminaries share one trait, it's a love of a challenge overcome. Yes, you'll need to gather 3 key fragments to open the Indrik's door. Let's begin. And remember, if you lose your sight, there will always be more focal points at hand.
All right, I'll use the lens and find the Indrik's ward.
Peer through the lens, reveal the wards, and claim the key fragment. This may seem a small step, but an incredible path waits before you.
All right. This is a new one. Why are the luminary keys hidden?
I'm not sure I can give you a simple answer to that question. Perhaps some of the luminaries can give you their perspective. My best guess? When you see magic the way they do, your taste for the company of mortal mages might sour.
So, mages annoy them.
That ruffles the feathers more than I intended. Think of it this way. Your average archmage is just a neophyte compared to the luminaries. I think these hidden keys are a way to dissuade, let's call them, casual questions.
Fair enough. All right, focal point.
The lens shows you magic the way Ulfsild saw it. Shades of how the luminaries see it. Now, find the wards.
Okay. Do 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 do. Boink.
Your vision has faded. Find another focal point. Each will be in sight of a ward.
Okay. And then we do this. Ah, and there's another one over there. Do 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 do. Dispel.
Your vision has faded once more. Find another focal point.
Really gotta work on my vision, guys.
Take the wards to find the key fragment.
Ah, alright. Do 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 do. Dispel.
The wards are gone, and the fragment revealed.
Ah, I wanted to look at it. Interesting. Weird looking key. Ain't the fragment of a key, but still.
The key fragment is yours. Well done.
What's up, bird?
You've taken to this well. Your early steps to master scribing. But from here I must take my leave. Return to the Scalarium. Ulfsild, I believe, wanted her inheritor to walk this path alone.
Alright, I just need to find the other two key fragments, right?
Just as you did here, use the fable to find your way. Dispel the wards, and with key in hand, you should be able to open the door and meet the luminary Indrik face to face.
And then what?
He will likely ask you to prove yourself worthy of his power. I have a good feeling about you, interloper. Altar breaker. I have faith you can do it. Magnus guide you on your journey, and I'll see you back at the Scalarium.
Altar breaker. Just come on, it was one time. It was an accident. Man, it's like getting a nickname for something stupid you've done one time and then it's sticking forever. Well, fine, I'll see you there.
Just remember, you can always reference the fable of the Indrik from your bag. Ulfsild's annotations will guide you on your journey. Find the wards, obtain the fragments, and soon you shall meet your first luminary of magic.
Alright, can you remind me where the... No, I don't need reminded. I got this. I have this all figured out. They said the one place, and I'm totally just gonna follow the quest marker. There we go. We got this. Baby bird leaving the nest. I have all things scribing figured out now. This is how you scribe, right?
Excellent. The wards are nearby. Seek the key fragment. Walk the path.
Oh, wait. There we go. And purple. That's alright. We're just gonna mosey our way on through it. Huh, not quite sure what that is. Alright, now we head back out and go to the next place.
Gather your feathers about you. The last fragment is within those ruins.
There we go. You making me walk all the way? Oh no. I was about to be like, you're gonna make me walk all the way back? No, they're just making me walk all across the island.
Indrik's door is close. Find the path to the top and take the next step on your journey.
Excuse me, pardon me, I'm just passing through. Okay, it's within eyesight, they say. Within eyesight. Well, that's a door. Oh, God, I'm looking for a door. Duh. Ooh. Oh.
It has been many long years since a mortal entered my domain. And now here you are, following in Ulfsild's footsteps. Welcome to my domain, adventurer, bearer of my fable.
I bring yarn, 'cause I khajiit. Ty. Talk to the Indrik. Is it broken? Alright, let's try that again. There he goes. He missed his jump.
It has been many long years since
There
a
we
mortal
go.
entered my domain. And now here you are, following in Ulfsild's footsteps. Welcome to my domain, adventurer, bearer of my fable.
There we go. That's better. He just missed his jump. He jumped from there, and then he just never came back. He went out for milk, and then he never came back. Indrik, what's up?
I sense the power of the Scholarium within you. Your ink-stained hands have touched the altar's magic. I sensed too when Ulfsild's essence faded from this realm. After all these years, do you hope to be her inheritor?
I love how the camera is slowly panning. This is awesome. I might be. I'm still new to this.
I sense potential. You hunger for power, much as Ulfsild did when she sought me out all those years ago. I will ask you the same question I asked her. Do you deserve this power? The power to edit grimoires, to rewrite magic.
Yeah! Absolutely.
What confidence. You believe you have the wisdom to use my power.
Not at all.
Power to maim or mend, to blast with flame or freeze with ice. We shall see. First, my door must open once again. Place the fable you carry with you upon the dais.
How will that open your door?
A story is never just a story. It has the power to change from within and without. The fable of the Indrik acts as a symbolic connection, a commitment from me to you. Place the book and open the path.
All right, I'll place the fable on the dais then. Aren't you a pretty boy? Gonna see myself out. Oh, sorry. Excuse me, bear. Okay, now walk back up.
It's good to taste the ink of the Scholarium upon the air again.
Interesting.
Power can mean many things. Its meaning may change with each new day, each turn of the season. Ulfsild learned this hard lesson when the Scalarium slipped away. If I am to teach you as I taught her, I must learn what power means to you.
And how do you want to do that?
The scroll nearby details a series of challenges, expressions of power, both subtle and not. Choose two to complete, that I might know what power means to you.
Does it matter which tasks I complete?
You do not know me yet, but I am no taskmaster. Power expressed against one's will is no power at all. Attempt only the challenges that appeal to you. When you are done, return, and we will take your next step together.
Okie dokie. I'll return when the challenges are done.
Rest easy. I would not set you to task without cause. There is method to my mindset. In the meantime, you have many questions. Mortals always do.
Oh, it sounds like he's talked to a mortal or two. That's true. I do have questions.
I would be disappointed if you did not. Scribing is an art esoteric, translating the very stuff of magic into mortal hands by luminary liaison. There's much you do not understand. Yet.
Why are you having me do these particular challenges?
To consider the meaning of power. Every being alive thinks they understand it. But how to gain power, or what power to gain, is not the crucial question. How should power be used? That is what drives me.
And these challenges all relate to power?
Gladiators in a ring, the unquiet dead, a Daedric incursion, overlords reigning in the depths. They all possess the means to destroy, to control. I encourage you to see that power firsthand, and consider how you yourself would use it.
Okay. Well, can you tell me more about scribing and what it means to you?
The act of scribing is really quite simple. You focus your will, put ink to parchment, and scrawl your soul upon the page. You change the magic, and the magic changes you. Focus your intent, and fire becomes frost. Venom becomes shock.
If it's so simple, why is scribing a lost art?
That was Ulfsild's choice. She spoke to other scholars of her time, her husband, her friends. But scribing was a path she walked alone. It was a choice I believe she came to regret in the end.
Interesting. And what are you exactly? What are luminaries?
If magic is a river, we are eddies in the current. We are not masters of the river, but we are a part of it. The river is us. We are the river. Each of us awakened in a different manner, time, and place. I am the oldest to choose my form, I believe.
Okay. You chose your form. Why are you an Indrik?
Why are you the way that you are? Why do you have fur, claws, and a tail? You are what you were born to be, and I am the same. I was able to choose my shape, but there was no other shape I could have been.
Interesting. Okay. And where are we?
My pocket domain, shaped and hewn into being in the same way I chose my form. I find it a pleasant respite from the larger world. Other luminary domains may have been formed with different goals.
I look forward to the other luminary domains, and every luminary has their own domain, their own wing, like this?
Indeed. Each of us formed a pocket realm as we were born. None of us could answer the question of why, if that has risen to the top of your mind. Each of us has an opinion, of course, but that's also in our very nature, it would seem.
And what's yours?
I think we are very alone, each of us. And Aetherius, in its wisdom, did not wish us to be both alone and wandering. This sense of isolation is something we each grapple with in our own way, as did Ulfsild, of course. Of course.
Interesting. He lacks imagination, or he just really likes being an Indrik. I mean, a zip-zap zoopy boy. Look at that zip-zap zoopy boy. Kind of like Celine likes being a spider. I mean, you know. So, is this place part of the Scholarium?
Only partially. Scribing, even in its earliest incarnations, seemed destined to use the Luminary's power. It was Ulfsild's idea to bind my domain to the Scholarium, which in turn led to great achievements and those beautiful doors.
Everybody likes the doors, nice. Your power runs into the Scholarium through the door?
In Ulfsild's time, yes, it did. The strength of the Luminaries, channeled into the very heart of the scribing altar, allowed for incredible feats. And may do so again, depending on how you fare.
Okay, but why does this look like the Somerset Isles?
The noble beast whose shape I chose felt right at home among these falling petals and verdant greens. When I need a moment's peace, or to rid my mind of stray thoughts, I'm grateful that this was the space that formed around me.
Well, alright then. It is a pretty place. Not very big though, but... Oh, you just gonna keep looking at me? Oh god. Oh, look at that hit. Oh, look at him go. Whoo, 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 whoo. Anyway, I'm playing with the Indrik. Only I would mess around with the Indrik's head trying to follow you. Hi. Yeah. Someone click this! Oh, okay. Challenges of the Indrik. Challenge of the Anchor. Vile Daedra creations fall from the skies. Scour their presence from the land known as Aradon. Challenge of teamwork. With fellow heroes by your side, face off against other champions seeking glory. Challenge of strength. Vile beings of superior strength await your challenge in the delves of Aradon. Slay them. Prove you are stronger. Challenge of cleansing. Unliving rise and still the purity of the land of Aradon. Use your strength to send the dead back to their domain. Well, alrighty. Let's head to Aradon. Bye! Have fun, Mr. Indrik, in your pretty place. Boop. There we go. Need to defeat lots and lots of undead. There's one. Good work. Alright, then we'll just do the delve since we're right here. Herp. Okay, come on, I can do this. Herp. There we go. Yes, I was thwarted by a bird perch up there. I did the thing! Well, I did the thing, Indrik.
Well done, mortal. You have risen to the challenge. One task remains. If I am to lend you my strength, you must lend me yours. Power for power. A wrong, right it. And another step on the path.
What wrong do you want righted?
My own. One day, as I enjoyed the sun upon my pelt, I beheld a hunter tracking an Indrik and her fawn. The hunter moved in to claim their prize, and the hind perished. The fawn leapt for freedom, and the hunter gave chase.
What did you do?
I stepped in. I imbued the fawn with a wisp of my power, but in acting with haste, I acted unwisely. My power protected the fawn, true enough, but it gathered the hunter in its wake. Now predator and prey are trapped in a chase unending.
You really botched that, my dude. Come on. So, no, obviously saving the fawn wasn't a mistake, but it was also... You've just eternally set him to running.
I granted my power to a being that did not ask for it, and did not know how to use it. The height of arrogance. A vice I have been accused of on occasion. Use the lens, find their trail, and release these poor souls from my power without focus.
Makes sense. Alright, well, where should I start?
Seek the fawn and the hunter in a southern Auridon cavern. Del's Claim, I believe it is called today. Restore this ill-used power, and I will lend my strength to yours. A signpost on your path to master scribing.
Of course, before I go, I have questions! Are they new?
Of course. This chase has been running for some time now. Another moment to clarify your mind, improve your focus, will not hurt.
Hey, there we look at that. Finally an NPC that doesn't chide you for being like, you know, this was only like a big rush, but it's fine. I guess we can sit down, drink some tea, and answer questions and swap life stories. Usually they rightfully, like, make fun of you for being like, oh, before I go on this very important mission, can we have a chat? But a lot of the times I think there should be more discussion before you just send me out to go do something. I like this. So why did you lend your power to the fawn?
I was already old when Ulfsild and I first spoke, centuries ago. I have lived the length of many mortal lives. To see such a young, beautiful creature on the verge of oblivion, I acted without thinking. A mistake in the end.
You regret it that much?
Truth is a form of power, mortal. And the truth is that I have made poor decisions, just as you have. One of the things that binds us together, I suppose. The gods want us to learn by doing, and failure is a very instructive teacher.
Alright, alright, so we've done all the rest. So with that, we need to go. Off we go. This is not where I want. Where am I? Right? Oh no, I'm actually in the right delve and everything. Cool! I mean, I totally planned that the whole entire time. Oops, that's not what I wanted. No. Poor little guy. Alright, focal point.
Come now, little fawn. You cannot run forever. No quarry can escape me. Hounds after it.
It's a lot of fun. A lot of the group had already done the hard mode. So, I'm hopefully, like, we blasted through. We have a couple more runs scheduled for later in the week for farming it.
You were quite the challenge, little fawn. Another trophy for my collection. Hounds, attack! Her seed take my soul.
Hey, little guy.
My power overwhelms the fawn. A ward of that power now binds it. Dispel the ward.
Aww, poor little guy. He's like, I have had the worst day.
You are free, little one. Free to... what? Ah, of course. You may return with us if you wish. I will see both of you in my domain then. I will grant my promised power to the one that sought it, and offer safe harbor to the one that did not.
Aw, it's like, take me home, please. This sucked. That's so cute. He's like, ah, oh, yeah, sure, you can come home with me. Aww. Oh, aren't you just, oh, he's playing with the butterfly. I just can't. Ow, you are precious.
All is safe. My strength returned. And you have had a moment, I hope, to reflect on power and its wise application.
And what happens now?
Now, as with Ulfsil before you, I offer you the sigil of the Indrik. You will take it to the altar and imbue my strength within. The power I pass to you will infuse every drop of ink, every sheet of parchment, each whorl and dot upon the page.
What does that mean for my scribing?
Until now, your mastery of the art was limited. With my support, your horizon expands. So too, the vision of your allies. I will ensure their efforts to explore and chronicle the contents of the Scholarium meet with success.
Well, Nalia has returned from the Mages Guild?
Your knight has returned, with allies at her side. But that can wait. Mortal, fable-bearer, friend, accept my gift to you, the power of a luminary of magic.
I accept the gift, Indrik.
You have completed my trials. You have shown wisdom in the use of your power. Take my sigil. Join its essence with the altar, and let the ink flow once again.
Ah, that is so cool! Thank you. Amplify the altar. Bye! I'll be back. Probably. I don't know. I might have just lied. All right, and put this here.
You don't see that every day. Nalia's going to want to hear about this.
Good to see you again. You'll find her over in the East Wing with our newest arrival.
Well, alrighty then. That is cool. Yep, and that, oh, I see. Okay, so that lit up from there going here. I have got a how-to scribe book. But wait, first I want to go talk to Nalia.
There you are. I wanted to introduce you. This is Chronicler Ferandil.
Good to meet you. Nalia and I have been touring the library and have already found, well, some terribly surprising things.
Ferandil is a chronicler, one of the best the guild has to offer. You two talk a moment, and then we can discuss what comes next.
Okay.
Chronicler Ferandil, at your service. Chronicler of tomes, scrolls, scripts, and otherworldly delights. I'm glad that I was able to make the trip. I think you'll find my skills quite valuable on this most unexpected expedition.
Okay. So what is your role here?
I've been tasked with facilitating this lost art form you've rediscovered. Scribing. How novel! As I understand it, you will be contacting and convincing these luminary creatures, empowering the altar and all that.
And how will you facilitate scribing?
I'll scour the complex for grimoires and scripts. I've already found quite a few, aided, perhaps, by that... what's his name? Indrik chap. I've never been led by a faun to a trove of ancient secrets before, but it was an exciting experience.
My dude, how could you forget his name? His name is literally the creature that he is. Other zones? Okay. Thanks, Chronicler.
Don't worry, I will do my very, very best to ensure I have what you're looking for. I take my role as chronicler for this expedition quite seriously.
Well, I do have a few questions for you.
But of course you do. Ask away, my new friend. Happy to help in any way I can.
The Indrik helped you find supplies?
I believe so, yes. I have a good imagination, you can ask anyone. But I can think of few other reasons for an Indrik faun to be traipsing about the depths of an ancient library carved from a Somerset island.
Fair. I wonder if the other luminaries will help you find scripts and grimoires.
I most certainly hope so. This place is massive, and any assistance they might put forward would be deeply appreciated. You can tell them that Chronicler Ferandil said so when you speak to them.
Alright. Alright, what does a chronicler do exactly?
In the Great Mages Guild hierarchy, it's a bit of an informal title. It's passed around by a few adepts, like myself, with a penchant for the identification and illumination of ancient secrets.
You're selling things, though. Is a chronicler a fancy title for a clerk?
Isn't it beautiful down here? Just exquisite chisel work on the walls. When the votary here described this place, well, I just had to come along. And I'm so very glad I did.
He didn't deny it. He didn't deny it! Oh, nice. The man did not deny it. It's just a fancy for a merchant. Yep. What do you think?
It's good to be back. I know it took some time to get us all down here. Apologies. Archmage Galarian and the Votary Commander needed significant convincing to turn this into a full-fledged expedition. How did it go with the Crow?
Well, I met my first luminary, the Indrik, and he lent me his strength to the altar.
You just continue to impress again and again. With the luminary's strength added to the altar, who knows what you'll be able to accomplish? As you might imagine, guild leadership is very interested in the art of scribing.
Does that mean you'll be staying here in the Scholarium?
For the duration. You have more luminaries to find, this complex needs to be explored, and the secrets of scribing are just waiting to be teased from the past. What about you, friend? This expedition would be nothing without you.
Well, I'm committed, Nalia. Let's get to it.
Magnus be praised. We've secured supplies for a full-fledged expedition, you've allied with your first luminary, and the altar surges with new power. Not bad for a day's work.
All in a day's work, yep. And that concludes the quest, The Wing of the Indrik. Thank you all so much for joining me today. And if you want to stay up to date for when the next part of this quest line goes live, make sure to subscribe. And if you enjoyed the video, throw a like. If nothing else, thank you all so much for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. And if you want to hang out before then, we're live multiple days a week over on Twitch. So you can check us out over there. Take care. Bye.